Welcome back to real-time watercolor painting, and we want to try to work on yesterday's painting, which is, sorry I started such a small painting. I should have been brave and covered more of the sheet, but whatever, we're trying to do that area. Luckily it's overcast today, so I don't think the light's going to change a whole lot. Also, I got this other pad, Stonehenge Heavy, which is 300-pound paper, which is extremely thick. Not, I don't think it's especially better than Arches. In fact, it's a little worse, but anyway, I want to start another painting, and this one we are going to go fill the whole paper and try to make a completed work, which we could call this is a whole painting, unlike this, which is kind of like a study, like being a chicken and not really wanting to try to cover all of that Arches paper. I have a delicious coffee with oat milk. So, you know what we really got to do on this painting here is get richness and depth going. You know, we have some a lot of details, probably too many details, but let's just jump right in. And yesterday I only had that palette. Today I bring out the yellow palette. Not that I see much yellow over there, and also this, which is the Alvaro Castanet Daniel Smith set. It has a lot of great colors, um, a lot of very nice colors there, which would probably be a help because, you know, I was getting very plain Jane with just this. This is a couple other sets from Daniel Smith. I forgot what they're called. One of them Gene Haynes, and the other one was their basic set. Okay, so I'm going to get our largest brush here, number 14, because we're going to try to have some washes here to give luster and all of that. And let me just lean this up here for a second. That is the lodge. Okay, got the water. And here goes, let's jump right in. Why don't we try, well, you know, let's see, we're looking at the sand there, and, you know, all those logs. I don't know how we're going to handle those logs, if at all. But I think let's try see if we got a nice brown here. It'll be good for the sand. That one looks kind of nice. That if that is an exact match for that sandy brown, I don't know what is. So let's just dive right in, and here goes. Mostly right here we really need that. Let's just go right here. And that looks kind of weird, but let's keep going. And you know, I was detecting, you know, a bit of red hint, you know, up here. Where is that? Right here. Just a, you know, hint of red. So let's just jump back into a hint of red. We just happen to have a hint of red right there. So let's just exaggerate the red, and the red is up there. We started the red yesterday, and I guess I'm going to reinforce that red, maybe just come out here a little bit. And this, it looks great, but you know, since we came to the edge, I don't know if it looks good for there, that to be that close to the edge. I do like this triangle of negative space, which is white here, which it is a profound arrow facing this way, which is very important. And I'm going to see about, you see those tree trunks there, which we never really got too far on. I'm going to try to put some red in there for the tree trunks, and maybe just kind of fuzz this up a little bit, because they were, you know, we left the white there just to define the tree trunks, but they're I'm getting sick of that white And that looks a lot better. You know, the tree trunks aren't really that color, but we're just inventing our own color for this. Saw a great video. Who was it? Stephen Michaels, who said, don't copy a photograph exactly, and you know, just use it as an inspiration. I guess we could say that's what we're doing here when we put the absolute wrong color on this. And I'll find my can't really see my paper towel suddenly. I have this one, oh, from yesterday. Let's see about, blot up some of this, and let's just take some of that out. I don't know where my paper towel could have gone. That's a essential tool. Anyway, we got bold. That looks good. And so you know what I want to do with this other paper here is that ocean, I guess. I think what we want to do is I don't know if we really want that fence in there. Anybody got an opinion? If this fence, I mean, it should be easy to paint that right there so it looks remarkable and close to the viewer. But beyond that, I just really like to capture the ocean and waves and beach. So how far over we'd like to go is unknown, but I'm just gonna give it a shot. Let's see what happens. You know, we got a lot of gray tones. Let's see what we can do for the gray tone right now. That looks good. And probably be good if we, you know, prime the canvas, but I'm not going to do that. Prime the paper, that is. So let's just see if we can. I think like right here is a good place to make the horizon line. Let's see if we can't just say hi, we're the horizon line. And I don't really want to go to the edge. So here I'm just going to sort of, well, that's a decent, you know, horizon line, right? And looks a little wobbly, but you know, we're not going to, you know, sit here and use some tool to get a better horizon line, I say. Get some blue. I mean, there is an undercurrent of blue there. Oh wow, that looked good. Okay. And so we are just going to say hi, we're the ocean, and we need some darker. This next I'm going to just kind of fade this out. I would like it to be like faded out at the edge of the paper. There we go. That's a good start. Now let's try to introduce a little more blue. You know, not to be too literal, but the ocean's generally kind of blue. And I guess we're going to come down here and just say hi, we are some water that is closer. And down here, you see that sheen blue right here, right at where it meets the sand. That's going to be a challenging area. And we're going to attempt to depict that using this blue right now. So let's see what else. Here's a kind of a fluorescent blue. Let's see if we can't have that in there. And I'm just going to just try a little bit right here. That looks horrible. Leave some specks in there, why not? And I really don't like that color at all, but we've got to liven up things. So I'm just gonna, that really looks horrible. Maybe we just blend that out. So I'd say one thing is that looks closer than anything back here, so that's a win right there. And I think we're doing good. Hey John, yeah. Can I get 3 paper towels, please? What do you want? 3 paper towels. Yeah. I lost mine. Thank you. All right, so here I got some white, which is actually Artist Loft white. I never bothered to buy the Daniel Smith white. I would get white here and a hint of green. Let's see what we can get for, anything happening up there where the waves are. Oh, thanks, great. Okay. And I don't know if that's good, but it certainly is a nice change. And then let's get some more green happening. So I got my one-handed painter here because I'm holding the phone with this hand, but I guess I'll try there. Okay. All right, so that's looking good. Now, how about we hit the sky? Sky's got to be different than the water. Oh, wow, there's an island back there. I never saw that island. Look at that. Where is that? What is that thing? An island. How about that? Well, now, an island. I'm going to try to hint at the island. So, yeah, okay, here it goes. It's going to be the island. That does not look good the way it's bleeding in, but I'm just trying to say hi. We're here and we're an island. And I'm trying to lift this off. Okay, good. And now we'll try to maintain that island, but I gotta do something about get some sky going, and let's see what we can get for sky. It's a real gray sky, right? So see if we can get a cool gray, which that is not cool gray. Let's see what this looks like. Trying to go cool gray. I don't know if red is the ticket. I don't think so. Well, this is kind of like a Payne's gray, leans violet, but and let's see. I'll use this as that's paper. Let's see if we. I didn't have a tester. Let's try it down there. All right. Well, that looks okay for sky. So let's go ahead and say hi. We're going to be sky. At least we can start up here, and let's just get some stuff up here. Good. And one more, and now let's try to just smear this around, and we are going to pray that this is some quality paper which is going to handle the extra water real nice, and we will see. And I think we're a bit too dark right here. I kind of wish we weren't that dark down here, but we got to lay down the paint, that is for sure. And now let's go up here, and we try to go darker just at the top. That's not much darker. Let's grab some deeper blue. So here now we got darker at the top, and there are some clouds in there. Now I'm going to see if we can get a kind of a thing here that sort of disappears softly. It's okay to have a few hard lines, I guess. And here I want to come all the way down to the horizon right here. And this, I'm trying to get a really smooth, and I'm not very experienced at this, to get a very smooth transition, but that is high on my list for when I get back from this painting vacation, is I'm going to see this right here. I'm going to try to get a really dynamite smooth transition going on every painting. So now I'm going to see about, there are some fluffy clouds in there. Let's see if we can't say hi with some fluffy clouds. Try to make them big here. Now I'm trying to go smaller. And then this, kind of an oversight leaving that white there. Let's see if we can't do something that looks okay. Now I'd like to go very fine. And here we're trying to go say hi. We're clouds farther away that are smaller, so I don't know if that's really working. Doesn't look bad. And then this is a little bit obnoxious that close to the edge. I'm going to try to... This could be a problem with this paper. It's not necessarily going to look good to put water on at this stage to diffuse the edge. But anyway, I'm going to try to come in here. So we want the sky to just kind of be fade out. I don't really like that anymore, but too late now. This transition looks good, so I'll call that a win. And I don't know what this is. And this back here. Do I even have it on the painting? I don't know. It'd be funny if that was like, I guess that's sort of on there. All right, well, that's looking kind of nice. I guess we got a little squirt of pigment right there. And now I'm going to just see about mix a violet and a blue. I want to just get a something of a darker thing at the top, just because this is the sky that is closest to the viewer. So let's see here. That looks all right. And let's see there. It looks decent. This looks kind of bad there suddenly. Okay. That looks too... And I'm going to try to go with wash of this blue here. It looks pretty bad, but maybe when it dries, it'll be more innocuous. And, you know, I don't know what the heck that's supposed to be, but so you can come out here. All right. Doesn't look great. I'm gonna try to put some more of the violet, like, I don't know, maybe right here, underlying this cloud slightly. That's starting to look a little bit like a cloud right there. Okay, I'm gonna ignore that for now. What that all this stuff is. Okay. Let's come back here now that it's a little bit dry. Maybe I'm gonna go do some time lapse. I'm gonna do some time lapse on that. Try and paint the ocean right there. And I'll be back in a bit. Thanks anyone who came by. I don't know if anyone came by. I guess 9 a.m. on a Thursday is not the red hot day. So see y'all soon. And we're also working on this thing here. But, you know, I want to get something bigger going. So art fun, real-time watercolor painting today.